Let us get an overview of database programming. When we develop web or mobile applications, data is typically stored in RDBMS or relational database management system such as Oracle, Postgres, MySQL, etc. Even data for reporting and analytics is typically stored in data warehouse or MPP databases. MPP stands for Massively Parallel Processing Databases. Examples of such databases are nothing but Redshift, Snowflake, Teradata, etc. Also, we have different varieties of databases these days. They are nothing but RDBMS, data warehouse, NoSQL, search-based, graph-based, and several more. But these are the top categories. All the transaction systems are typically implemented using RDBMS. All the reporting and analytics systems are typically implemented using data warehouse, databases such as Teradata, Vertica, Greenplum, etc. When it comes to use cases such as recommendation engines, endorsements, profiles of individuals on platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. Typically, they use databases such as NoSQL. When it comes to search-based applications, we typically use Elasticsearch or Solr as databases. Same is the case with graph, where we have to identify graphs depending upon individuals or products, etc. There we use graph-based databases such as Neo4j. Almost all the databases provide something called as JDBC driver to connect to the database from application layer. If you do not have the required drivers to connect to the database, you will not be able to connect to them. Also, we have other type of drivers such as ODBC. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity, and all the Java applications typically use JDBC drivers. Other programming languages use their proprietary drivers. All the major programming languages provide drivers to connect to all the standard databases which I have highlighted above. Web or mobile applications are typically developed using programming languages such as Python, Scala, Java, etc. Data engineering is typically done by tools such as Informatica or programming languages such as Python. We need to use the JDBC or ODBC or programming language specific drivers to connect to the specific database wherever databases are involved, irrespective of the database that is used. The steps that are involved to connect to any database is almost same. The steps are nothing but we need to have server IP or DNS alias on which database server is running. Any software that is running in background typically will have port number. We should have knowledge about the port number on which database is running. We also need to have username, password, and database name. Only when we have these information, we should be able to connect to the database using the driver that is provided to you depending upon the programming language you are using to develop the application. When it comes to database programming, one should be familiar with underlying database concepts, otherwise they will struggle to implement the logic efficiently. Even though functionally it might work, there will be some defects or performance related issues down the line, and hence one should be familiar with database concepts so that they are comfortable with respect to database programming. We typically perform CRUD operations against our databases for web or mobile applications for the transactions. For non-transactional use cases, we typically process data in batches either within databases or offload to ETL tools or distributed processing engines. For now, as part of this module, we will primarily focus on CRUD operations using Python as programming language. We will try to connect to database and perform CRUD operations such as insert, update, delete, and also we'll try to write some queries to get the data from the database. Once we are comfortable with that, then we'll actually take it to the next level and see some of the best practices where we can actually write the database programs for batch load process using Python itself as programming language.